I don't know if you saw that Prime Minister Netanyahu went on Fox and he was reading from this letter that Charlie had written him.
Yeah.
So I was privy to that letter back when it was delivered to the Prime Minister. I was one of the few people who saw it. Um, and and in that letter, Charlie has a lot of criticisms for how Israel is losing the information war and how Israel needs to message better. And he had practical advice for the state of Israel on how to improve their messaging. I didn't see how much of the letter Prime Minister Netanyahu read on TV. It was a 7-page letter. I can't imagine he read the whole thing. But there's a lot in there about things that Israel needs to change about how Israel tells its story. So he had his criticisms, but at the same time, as he had his criticisms, and everyone in our community, in the pro-Israel community, has kind of been doing a lot of hand wringing about, oh, we're so bad at this, oh, we're so bad at this. Why can't we be better at telling our story? Now, I'm on the front lines of all this, and at the same time as yes, we could do a better job, we're also up against a machine that we really can't compete with. Because the anti-Israel bias that is in the media establishment worldwide, that is in the United Nations, and the weight and authority that their proclamations have for a lot of the people in the world, and what we're up against in terms of Qatar's reach and Islam's reach into Europe, and the political impact that has, and diplomatically in the world, there's a machine here. There's an information warfare machine that we're really outgunned and and it's kind of like if we're totally outgunned and we're losing, yes, we could be doing a better job, but like, you know, uh, we're kind of up against it. And for most Israelis, and here, this is something that Americans need to understand. And I told this to Charlie point blank. By the way, I never pulled any punches. I never tiptoed around him in any way or told him what he wanted to hear. And I think that's part of why I think it's a big part of why he trusted me and wanted me there. And it was the same, by the way, for all the time that I had a relationship with Steve Bannon, where I used to be a regular on his show, and we would chat and we would text very regularly on a daily basis almost for a long time. That relationship has been strained of late, ever since the Iran war. Um, but I never pulled any punches. And I said to Charlie, I said, listen, it's true that we're losing the information war, but I want you to understand something. For most Israelis, at the end of the day, the attitude is, look, the world hates us. It would be good if we had them on our side, but we'd rather win the actual war. And, you know, that's more important to us than whether or not we win the information war, because the world hates us anyway, especially in the post-October 7th world. A lot of Jews just sort of don't give a crap anymore. I told that to Charlie just so that he'd understand where we're coming from. Like, yes, we want to do a better job in the information war, but in the end of the day, if you push any Israeli, they'll say, they're going to hate us anyway. Let's
Yeah.
make sure we win the real war, you know?
Yeah, that's exactly right.